I'm Dashen Grizzly, and I am completely unqualified. Oh shit, I'm so close to going to bed, but I wanted to get this out of the way. And the fact that it is 6:30 says a whole lot about how much older I feel. No longer are the days where I can stay up until 4 a.m. and function while getting up at 7:30. Who am I kidding? I never got up at 7:30. It is not in my style, said the night owl who's about to go to sleep at 6:30. I was thinking earlier today while raking the yard, just doing something completely monotonous, didn't have my headphones in, wasn't listening to a podcast, music, audiobook, nothing, just zoned out in my thoughts. Last night, I went to a friend's house, and they were all hanging out in front of the television, and I thought, oh, shit. So, what happened next is they start using the television, and it's connected to YouTube, and it's like, thank fucking God. I won't have to sit through commercials. Bam! In between every video, there's a commercial. I thought, oh shit, they don't have ad blocks on television. So, I had to sit through commercials for the first time in years, it feels like. You know, I'm an ad block user. Fucking sue me. I take it off for sometimes. Some people that I truly support, places like SciShow, YMS, PBS Spacetime, these channels on YouTube. So to say I've not seen a commercial in years is, being a little facetious. And, sometimes, you can't help but see an ad. But if I don't recognize it as a pandering, nonsensical commercial that we're all used to as television, I don't really put it in the same category because I just don't feel patronized to the level that I would if I was sitting down in front of network television and just being spouted all this bullshit about things I need. And started thinking about how harmful it is to watch television and be subjected to advertising while I'm out there raking the yard, fucking blisters forming. It's a wonderful day, and I'm sitting while I'm working thinking about fucking watching TV and what it does. And then I remembered that years ago, I just researched this stuff about people watching 4.5 hours of television a day, and I thought, that shit rots your fucking brain. There's no way. But then everybody's stupidity just kind of like did the exact opposite and reaffirmed the opposite point. So of course, it makes all the sense in the world that people would watch 4.5 hours of television a day. And Hank Green over at SciShow Vlog Brothers Crash Course and Hank's channel, he did the math once, and I did the math again, and he did it concerning if you watch 4.5 hours of television a day, you'd end up doing around 12 years of your entire life not watching TV, watching commercials. And I did the same thing for like political ads. And if for the 2 political years running up to each election, and you end up spending 4 years of your life watching political ads. If you in 3 years of your life watching negative political ads. A negative political ad just means they mention their opponent by name. Like, that's all it takes to be considered a negative political ad. So, you either watch 12 years of commercials total, 4 years of all political ads, and 3 years of negative political ads in your lifetime. So 12 years is ridiculous. I think it's like 12.4. But then I started thinking about it. Who the fuck do I even know? I don't think I know anybody. Well, I do know you. You watch TV. I know you. You're an acquaintance. I know you, but I'm not friends with anybody who watches TV. And the people who do watch TV, I don't hang out with them. I take such a firm stance on not watching TV. And it's just, I don't know if it's important for, like, you, but it's important for me to not watch TV, to not get sucked into it. Big wrestling fan. I fucking don't watch Raw. I don't watch SmackDown. I like some sports. I love UFC, but I never watch UFC on Fox. I have so many opportunities to watch television to get the things I like, but it is more a valuable and efficient use of my time to wait to get it online so that I can forego the monotonous, tedious process of sitting there pretending that I'm not being hypnotized. Not literally hypnotized, but it's a time waster, and it feels like it robs a bit of my soul. We don't have souls, but you understand. And I while I was raking, and this is all me sitting there in the yard, working in the yard. Always saying sitting there. I sit too much. While I'm in the yard, and I'm thinking about who I know that actually watches television, and I think about how much of a douchebag, I would have to be to like preach the commercial-free life. Like, have you heard the good news? You don't have to. And as I try to give the spiel about why TV is bad for you, it sounds like I'm fucking advertising the anti-TV, anti-commercial lifestyle. And I decided I need to kind of rethink what I consider an advertisement. Because, commercials as seen on network television are just the fucking worst. I have met people who enjoy commercials. I've met people who said this to me in a straight face. If there weren't commercials, I wouldn't know what was going on. Just what? You have information that nobody in the history of humankind has had before you up until this point, and you need commercials to tell you what's going on. It's mind-boggling. What are you doing with your fucking life if you have to figure out what's going on through commercials? That is just, oh my God. Can you imagine? I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you spend Tuesdays watching The Bachelorette or some shit. That's still a thing, right? I remember being, 14, 15 when I saw that shit for the first time? And raised by a single mom, so of course we watched that shit. Wonderful fucking programming, that. What a good way to spend your fucking evening. I'm off track again. So, that's pretty much it. I was just thinking about there's no way to tell people that commercials are bad. There's no way, really, any way to substantiate that one commercial is worse than another. I mean, just this subliminal impact that it has on you. It all subliminals are funny in that way. There's that great line from the Joss Whedon dialogue from the Cabin in the Woods. It's a great fucking movie. And Marty's just sitting there in the cabin trying to read a book. And, he's the conspiracy theorist stoner because of course he fucking is. But you need that trope of a character, naturally, because self-awareness. And, he hears that voice, I'm gonna go for a walk. And he freaks out, man. Like, what the fuck was that? I'm not gonna be controlled. He's talking about these puppeteers, man. These are just puppeteers. I'm my own person. I'm going for a walk. That's it. I know I heard something. And he just starts pacing around the room, freaking out. And after he calms down, he takes a breath and says, I'm going to go for a walk. And that's what I feel like's going to happen eventually if I watch a commercial enough. It's scary because I see it happen to other people. I mean, the one person I do know that watches TV but watches it constantly is, a dementia-ridden family member. And sometimes when, you go to see her, she'll do this thing where, like, you'll be talking to her, but she'll be looking at the TV at the commercial, and in the middle of you saying something, she'll finish the sentence of the person on TV because she's memorized all the commercials. Now, she has nothing she has no input. There's nothing she could do. There's nothing she could buy. She doesn't have the capacity to do this, but it feels like there's no good information being put in. But even if there was any good information being put in, she wouldn't be able to retain it. But she definitely retains this bad information memorizing commercials. As commercials come and go, she'll just be sitting there and just be able to rail them off one after the other. Especially the medical ads. Ask your doctor about blah, blah, blah. And, you'll be trying to have a conversation with her, facing her, and she won't even look at you and will repeat what the commercial says. So, I mean, all these instances where my life, I do everything I can to avoid commercials. And the commercials still fucking permeate quite a majority of my interactions with others that I know, even though so few of the people that I know actually watch network TV to the point where they get network-style patronizing commercials. Is it patronizing or patronizing? Patronage. Patronizing. You know, it's tomato. I'm right either way, probably. If you know, let me know. I don't fucking know. I could look it up, but I'm so goddamn tired. It's 6:40 now. You know, this was a nice little rant. I can't think of anything else to say about commercials. I think they're bad. I think TV in general is bad. I think, you know, when I saw all these people hanging out last night, when I went over to a friend's house, and, like, they have the, you know, one of those L couches that go against the right angle of a wall, and it just, you know, forces all of the focus on, like, the television. Oh, that's one thing about my living room. My living room doesn't have all the furniture, like, set up to where the focal point of your energy is faced towards the television. I just don't understand that. That is the craziest thing about all living rooms in every home, it feels like. They have this central focus to where no matter where you sit, it points towards the screen. I don't even have a screen in the living room. There is no television. There's no television in my room, in my living room. See how it sounds like I'm advertising to you the TV-free lifestyle? This is a vicious fucking circle. I'm Dashen Grizzly, and I'm completely unqualified. Bear with me anyways. Have a wonderful day.
Like me? Wrong? Ha! I learn new words when he talks. I don't get encouraged that often, whether I deserve it or not, and I'm better off.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen! We'll see you all tomorrow night!